Welcome back, my name is Jack. Thanks for tuning into the video. It's my goal to help creative music makers make better music at home. The main goal of my channel is to create informative and engaging content surrounding Ableton Live, music production, gear guides and reviews, as well as DIY and home studio setups. This one is all about the Creative Live Audio A3, an exciting new audio interface from Creative. If the name doesn't sound familiar, I guarantee you've probably already heard of them. If you're into PCs or PC gaming, you've probably heard of Sound Blaster. If you have, your computer is already equipped with products from Creative, and they've done a lot for the audio industry, specifically in the PC world, for some time now. In just a moment, we're going to unbox the audio interface, talk about all the functions and features you're getting with this device, and give you an idea of why I think it's a solid option. Let's go ahead and open it up and check it out. Here's a quick shot of the box. Now on the side, there's a few different features worth mentioning. The interface does support 24-bit 96 kilohertz max audio resolution. It's a 4-channel audio mixer. It features combination input ports, so both XLR and quarter-inch inputs are compatible. It's got zero latency direct monitoring, and as well as balanced outputs and, of course, microphone support. Now take a look at that sleek black styling on the Creative A3. All the controls are conveniently mounted on the front panel, and all of the plugs except for the headphone is going to be on the back. And here's a quick shot of everything out of the box. It's pretty simple. You've got the interface itself, your Creative Live Audio A3 Quick Start Guide, and your USB Type A to Type C connection cable. So to start, let's just go left to right on the rear of the device. The first port you have is your USB Type-C connection cable. This is how you're going to connect it to the computer. The next port is your 1/8 inch or 3.5 millimeter TRRS smartphone compatible aux input that allows both input and output. Next, you've got both your XLR quarter-inch combination jacks. Now, each of these have a switch that allow you to switch between line and instrument. Basically, what that does is it just enables and disables the preamp for your quarter-inch connection. So obviously, for a line input, you're not going to use the preamp, but for an instrument, you would. That's what those switches are on each side respectively. In the middle, you've got your 48-volt phantom power button. This is just going to allow you to turn on and off phantom power. Now it does turn it on for both inputs. There is no way to turn it on individually, so just keep that in mind. And on the far right of the rear of the device, you've got your quarter-inch TRS balanced outputs for your main speakers left and right. On the front of the device, you have headphones 1 and headphones 2. These are going to be your stereo quarter-inch outputs, and I really think it's convenient that they included 2 on this device. On the front panel, you have 3 metered input volume knobs. From left to right, you've got your mobile device input, which is that 1/8 inch 3.5 millimeter plug on the back, and then you have both your mic line instrument A and your mic line instrument B. Now below that, you have your direct monitor switch, and if you're not familiar with what this is, it's pretty much a low latency monitoring button or an input monitoring button that allows you to hear just the mic signals directly to the headphones without any digital analog conversion through the computer, which is where latency is created. Connecting and setting up the Live Audio A3 is super simple. You're just going to take your cable. The USB Type-C is going to go into the back of the unit, and your Type A will go into your computer or a powered hub. And if you need to use an adapter, you can. So go into the rear of the device, and then I'm going to go into my powered hub. And you'll notice that there are no lights that light up immediately when the device is plugged in, but with a quick test of the mute button, you'll see we are powered on. Now regarding the direct monitor button, when it's off, it means that monitoring is off. When you press it, solid green means that it's mono monitoring, and blinking green actually means stereo monitoring. So keep that in mind. Now the mute button actually mutes the microphone. So when that's on, the microphone is muted. And when I press it again, the microphone is re-enabled. If we look at the rear of the device, here's your phantom power. Pressing that in, it turns it on solid red, which means phantom power is enabled. Pressing it again toggles it off. Now to give you an idea of how the Live Audio A3 and its preamps sound, I'm going to go ahead and record this next section of audio through my SM7B plugged into the A input on the rear of the Live Audio A3. And I'll be using Ableton Live as my recording software. Check, check 1, check 2. This is a microphone test of my SM7B being recorded in Ableton Live through the Creative Live Audio A3. Check 1, 2, test, test 1, check 1, 2. And then we're going to go back to the camera microphone for this section, just to give you an idea of the difference between the two, and back to the Live Audio A3 SM7B. Check 1, 2, testing 1, 2, check 1, check 2. And then we'll go ahead and hit the and unmute, and you can see that that functions nicely if you need to use this as an interface for streaming or gaming or anything like that. Now, I really do appreciate the fact that this interface includes 2 combination inputs, which means not only can you record 2 different sources at the same time, such as a guitar and a vocal mic, you can also record stereo sources, which means if you have a stereo piano or keyboard synthesizer, you'll be able to plug that in, or if you want to record a guitar in stereo, you'll be able to plug in 2 mics. So really having an interface with at least 2 inputs is a must if you ask me. me. Now, one thing I should add is that the build quality of the Live Audio A3 feels super nice and solid. It's kind of like a plastic and metal combination, and it feels very solid and durable. And with the nice rubber feet on the bottom, it's not going to slide around your desk. The knobs feel very solid and tactile and enjoyable to use. And all things considered, if you're in the market or you're shopping around for an audio interface, I think this Live Audio A3 is worth checking out and worth considering. Special thanks to Creative for sending me the device and sponsoring this video. All thoughts and opinions were my own, and I wasn't asked to say anything in particular. I hope you found this video informative and enjoyable. If you did, please consider leaving it a like. And if you want to see more music production, gear review, or home studio style videos, please consider hitting subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.